the one that I did. If I were going to do this, here's the choices I made. This is not saying you had to make the same choices. I'm curious to see what you chose. So the first thing I did is I went in, and I'm just going to separate this so that it's a little easier to see. I'm going to separate out all these styles, that is. All right, so I kept the line height, I kept my font family, all that stuff the same. My TH, I did change one thing. I made the font size in my headers to be 1.5, which they were before. But the difference I made is I changed my font size inside my grades area to be 1.1. Why is that important? I felt like I wanted to differentiate the size of the names of the students to 1.3. There's a bigger size here. The biggest sizes in the headers, the second biggest, most important is the name, and the third is the grade. The only thing that gets more importance is if the grade is a failing grade. Okay, I kept that border right down here at the bottom, and then I made sure that all of those were stacked so that the most important size, the most important element, font size in this case, for my name was the last thing, so that it would override the size that might be given to it for the grades. All right. Now I could come in and change that so that I said, you know what, I want my font size for my grades to be specified. I want my font size for my fail to be specified. So those are ways you can do it. So the last thing I would want you to do is I'm going to say go in and swap around your styling inside of fail and name and grades, so that you take those and you make it so that anything that is a grade gets its styling only from that class. And if it's a fail, it gets it from that class. Now you still have to override by making fail second, and then name gets it from this class. Okay, and then you can take out the styling for TH as font size, and maybe you want to play around with whether or not the font size should be declared in the TDs as well. All right, so try those out, and then we're going to discuss this on Monday, where we're going to start working towards nesting a table inside of a table. Right, that's where it gets really fun, and it can also get a little confusing. So make sure you have your free formatter on standby, so that when you start doing your code, you can have it cleaned up every so often when you mess something up. I look forward to seeing your projects on Monday.